Blangmire this, Blangmire that. Nobody Blangmires me. Make sure you guys smash the like button, that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. You guys have been requesting, Robbie, do more talkabouts after you guys go through these playtesting sessions and things like that. Well, I should probably talk about what the channel members just saw. If you're a channel member, by the way, and also I'll leave a link down below to the premium server. I forgot the last time I did this video when we linked the premium server. I'm sorry. It's just... The premium server is just a place that I went to go post list from premium that I saw in JP, like on Twitter, that I could like reference to myself, pull back up later. And more people were just kind of like, oh, hey, like, where do you find this stuff? Literally, the internet. It's not that hard. Talk to people. Get to know situations and things like that. So, there's that. So, for the channel members out here, the benefit of being a channel member on this channel is you get everything early when I can upload it and get time. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel takes major precedence, but like, it's usually this. Also, pretty much 99% of the content you find on this channel is us just taking lists that we see, and we're like, oh, hey, this is cool, like we want to test this, and we just came off of Blangmire. I've seen a lot of Blangmire testing, man. And so, this is relevant because Austin didn't know that you basically got to the back half of Blangmire's skill basically allows you to draw a card or call back the attacker or whatever that you want. We just totally skipped that for 6 videos. So we had to go through and kill a lot of things. Alright, you're also going to notice that there's a single game of Alfred recorded. Alright, and yeah, to answer the question out here, I have been asked by a lot of people, hey Robbie, are you going to play Alfred? Alright, this pile right here, alright, I tested this, alright, deck was okay. My problem with this deck, though, is where are you getting all this counterblast from? The Thing Saver, this guy takes a counterblast. This guy takes a counterblast. Depending on, your King of Knights Alfreds, those guys are free. But, you also got this Alfred. So, there's a lot in that. So, that's the one Blangmire game and the Big Belly one that are still up. Everything that you're going to see beyond that, I have to re-put back together and rework with it. We spent most of Thursday night re-getting everything back together from the great mess-uppening, as we're going to call that. It's also going to be very hard to get content going forward here because, unfortunately, Keegan works Saturdays and Austin's out of town for Pokemon coming forward this next week. So I had to use what time that we could to get together as much stuff. And we didn't get Goomba because of Easter. So we're kind of in a weird position right now. I got stuff locked up and ready to go, but it's a little bit of a weird position to be in right now. So why have we been testing Blangmire this, Blangmire that? You guys remember that we were testing one of the early Ragey lists with Blangmire, and we were trying to cheese to the 15 because we were like, oh, this is really cool. You can ping for 2 damage, you basically get the chance to close out the game with the Ragey. It was really good. And then when Blangmire Nexus dropped, you could consistently ramp up to 8 on the first grade 3 turn. You could cheese your opponent and be like, haha, divine skill. And, just try to turbo truck very early in the game. And then you have to rely on Ragey's target ping to clear up the game. Typically, it can be done. Problem is, you're probably dying the minute your opponent strides. That was kind of the problem that we were running into. I mean, you can survive. It depends, after you give your opponent, depending on how they're able to set up and handle things. If they manage to guard the Blangmire doesn't do enough on the divine skill turn, then you're left in a devastating position. And that's not good. It is not good at all. So the theory that was the theory that we saw on the list. There have been a lot of lists that I've seen floating around. I've watched a good chunk of these be played on area. I've seen a lot of lists relying on the Voldrak Dragon, or whatever its name is, the grade 2. I don't know how you're fitting that in the deck, to be honest with you, because you need the deeps to get in the specific targets, and you just need all of that real value from the deck in order to, you know, kind of get the deck going. And I don't understand, I don't get how people are finding the room for all this stuff. I have to grab this pile here, because I am, from all intents and purposes here, let me look at this. So we are like playing the Kovita. Oh, we're using the Emblem Master in here in order to get the most value. And this card is broken, by the way. Your next upcoming chunk of content will probably be some Blangmire stuff. I do know Worlds is coming up here very shortly for premium. Based on what I have seen out of the competitive side of this format, it's probably going to be Highlander and Night Rose probably being some major competitors out there. At this point, I'm also ranking premium on two sides. You're going to have the super competitive side and then the casual side. Oh! Speaking of, I need to talk about something else here for a second. I have been brewing something. Or rather, I have been bored playing something that shouldn't be allowed to be played. And the one time, here it is. So for those of you that don't know, this is probably the dumbest thing that I have seen come up. So I wanted to test, a ruling popped up that really, really, really piqued my interest. And it has to do with Glendios. See this thing right here? This guy says discard a reverse R unit to search your deck for, or the top 5, and do your thing. This right here, I know it's a paper rarity until I get actual versions of this out here. This is a reverse R unit. This technically, it's not counting as a reverse unit itself, but it is a reverse R'd unit, or order. And we can work with this. We can do things with this. Now, you gotta understand, it's not a reverse unit, but it is a reversed R unit. Alright? So the theory I saw with this actually came from a Japanese Twitter account. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. I'm terrible with remembering names on accounts. They were talking about the ruling that because it is a reverse R unit, that it could functionally interact with these cards. And I was like, I've always wanted a Bermuda reverse unit. I was like, I don't care if Glendios is bad. I want this. I want to test this. So I tested it, and that should be the second half of what I would have to guess is going to come up. Once again, give me time to get the edit machine going and get things rolling out here. That should be something fun to look forward to, because I love that. It was confirmed on Japanese side via emails and rulings that it does in fact work. So, hey, we got our reverse Bermuda unit. Only took so long. I've always wanted it, man. If that's what I got to do to get my lore going in the deck and get the chance to experience some Glendios, that's fine. Overall, Blangmire testing's good. I need to get Goomba back over here so we can do some, like, possibly more testing with Alfred. Give me time. That and Blangmire and Glendios are probably what I'm going to be on for probably a little while. So, is that exciting? Probably not, honestly. I'm hoping for a premium set to get announced to Worlds. And also, I want to throw this here at the end of this video. Everybody's complaining about, you know, the Lyrical Cup and everything. I'm going to give you a completely different perspective than all the doomers out here that I read constantly. I think Summerfest was planned to be a 4-month event. The Japanese Bushiroad said, hey, we have to get these Bermuda cards into circulation so that we can say that we did the event. There had to be a sacrifice for it. All right, this is 4 months, by the way. When we get past this and we get into Fall Fest out here, it'll be premium back on the map. things will be back to normal, and we'll be fine. I don't know why Bushiroad didn't run both a Lyrical and a Premium Cup at the same time. I don't know. Maybe it probably just didn't make enough pricing or something like that. But I wanted to throw that out there. That's what I think is going to happen. I think too many people are too narrow-minded to see, what's in front of us. And at least they're getting the cards in circulation. By the way, if you win the Lyrical Cup, congratulations. Your shit's going to be worth a lot of money because there's not a lot of them out there. But people aren't ready for that discussion either. So, Bushiroad pumping the money into the market. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. See your beautiful faces back there in day, guys. Thanks for watching today's video. Check out tradingcardmint.com down below in the description. Enter MCool40 on checkout. Save a little bit of money on your purchase. Check out mcoolgames.com if you're interested in getting some cool play mats and single trading cards as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss one of our videos. Thanks for watching.